before Mike heads out on his next big trip, and thought we would just kind of give you an update on how things are going with our boat. So Mike is leaving in 2 days, and as you can see, I'm quite pregnant and about to have a baby. But hopefully that won't happen until he's back from his trip.
Yes, the baby has been instructed to wait until I'm back.
Anyway, so Mike, tell us where you're going on this next trip.
So I'm flying down back to where the boat is docked now, which is in Myrtle Beach area, and beautiful spot. Looking forward to it. Nice weather. We still have our pile of snow outside for those who saw the picture in a previous video. And then I'm going up from there up to Deltaville, which is in the Chesapeake Bay. So it's not quite as long a stretch as last time, but we've found a nice long-term place that is just a long one-day drive from our house. So that'll make it a lot nicer for us to be able to go and spend some time on the boat with a little baby.
Because we haven't had the kids on the boat yet. I haven't got to go on the boat yet, so we're waiting until this baby is ready to go on the boat as well, and then we'll get to join Mike. So at least getting closer to Annapolis, getting to that area will help us to get there a little bit easier from Ottawa. So any thoughts on preparation or what you're excited about for this upcoming trip?
Yeah, I've just been going through my checklist again. I love my checklist, so that's been good. I had some other things that I got ordered to the marina for some, motor maintenance things.
We're going to have a reputation for having stuff like piles of boxes ordered to
marinas. It's not nearly as bad as last time, but I ordered an extra blanket in case it's a little colder.
Yeah, so this trip might be a little cooler when you get to the end of it.
It might, but also, it's later in the year, and on the plus side, the days are a little longer now. We got a little more sunshine than last time I was out, which would be very helpful to feel like the pressure isn't on as much.
That's true.
And I've been a little less ambitious with my scheduling, so maybe the days will be a little shorter, and we'll have a little wiggle room for weather and stuff too. So.
And you have a crew of 2 going with you this time?
I have a crew of 2 great guys, very, very competent in all aspects of boat handling, and experienced in pretty much everything imaginable. Yes, yeah, fixing things.
And are there any specific jobs that need to get done this time?
Yeah, I've got to flush out the outboard engines because they're a little gummed up, and I think the cooling system isn't working right. I'm going to change some the thermostats and rinse them out. And I've got the anchor light failed last time I was out, so I've got 2 replacements, 1 spare and 1 new LED one. So I'm going to go and put those up at the marina and check out the batteries because they haven't been holding a charge properly. So we're going to check the water level in them, or the electrolyte level.
Okay.
So just a little checklist of stuff.
Yeah, and we have a lot more. You have a little bit more time to be able to do some of those repairs this time.
Yeah, well, we're getting there fairly early in the day, which is nice. So we'll have, and I don't have to change props this time and change oil this time. So we've got a couple of days left on the current oil. So that's,
well, and you've done the basic like last time. The first trip was really way more provisioning because it was for like blankets and sheets and just stuff you don't need to do this time.
Yeah, so I've just got a few little things to bring, some food stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I guess that's it. I'm really excited to watch the satellite tracker. That's kind of what I do from home while I'm with the kids, is sort of see how the boat is making its progress every hour. And sometimes Mike has cell reception and sometimes he doesn't. Although this trip, it seems like you're staying on the ICW pretty much the whole time, and you've been going through a number of cities. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so it's a lot more urban, I guess, in a lot of the spots.
He should have better cell reception in case I have the baby.
Yeah, until the Chesapeake anyway, which is obviously open water. But yeah, so that'll be nice.
So not as much sailing that you'll get done.
Well,
do you
we'll
think?
see.
Okay.
I mean, you never know. If the wind is from the right direction, you can sail in almost anything. I could sail down the road here if the wind was right. Well, not
down the road.
But you know what I mean. Anyway, and so I'm also going to make sure I take appropriate videos. I think on this trip was a big thing that we're going to focus on.
Yeah. So having Mike actually talking to the camera while out on the boat.
We're gonna try to do that.
Change.
I was a little overwhelmed maybe from the first voyage, but I'll do a better job this time.
He made it to Myrtle Beach and on his first trip. So now it's the next leg of the journey, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thanks.
See you when you get home.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye. The map that you're seeing shows the plan for the trip, which is to go from Myrtle Beach to Chesapeake Bay. And the idea is to get it out of the hurricane zone and basically be further north so that we're within 1 day's drive of our home in Ottawa, Canada. I think for me the hard part is finding a balance between wanting the boat closer to Ottawa so that I can actually get to see it, and having Mike be gone for stretches of 7 to 12 days so that he can move the boat. So this is his third trip. The first one was when he launched the boat and went to sign all the papers and do all that work just before Christmas. And the second was the trip from Fort Pierce, Florida to Myrtle Beach. And then this trip is the last of the Mike-only trips with a crew. And then we'll get to join him as a family for the next stretches. So I think for me it's just wanting the boat to be closer, but also feeling like I have to live through just the vlogs. Like I still never have stepped foot on the boat or have seen it, but that part is a little bit different. And then knowing that, you know, Mike is away and I'm on bed rest with this pregnancy and worrying that I might have the baby while he's gone. So those are the kinds of things that are going through my mind as I'm preparing and waiting for this last trip, but looking forward for it to be done and for him to be home.
What's it like to leave the family and go on these trips? Well, what is it like? It's quiet and peaceful at times, which is nice. But it's also, it's a challenge to be without your family, and of course, when you hear their little voices in the background of the phone call, and I guess that gets to you a little bit. But it's also something that we needed to do, and I needed to feel both confident and competent by the time I would bring my family onto the boat, because I think that's a fairly significant responsibility, and I really didn't want to look like a total fool in front of, my wife and kids. Though, I mean, I do that at home anyway, but yeah, I just didn't want to have to be nervous and concerned about handling the boat in different conditions. So I guess that was definitely a big bonus for me. But it was also an amazing blessing to have a wife that was willing to let me go while she's having a difficult pregnancy and a variety of children at home. So that was a bit of a surprise for a lot of people who I think may not have been totally happy with that choice. But I also think that it's a big investment to have a boat like this, and it's important that you take care of it and that you're there routinely, that sort of thing. So what else was it like? Yeah, it's a little bit lonely, but also a little bit silly at times as a result of just having the guys out. So that was another bonus, was to have some time with adults and friends of mine, which I don't get a lot of. It's usually just the kids and Christina, and that's it's fine, but I don't really get out much. So yeah, it's a bit of a party time. Anyway, that's that.